Hello, welcome to my broadcast. My name is Larry Davis. I'm the owner of thejamspotmusic.com. I'm going to work with some beginners today on some beginner tips on how to start with the guitar, to make some good habits so you don't get them bad habits to begin with and drag them with you for the entire time you play guitar. It's very important that you learn these basic steps to playing guitar. If you don't have them, it could definitely dampen the ability you will, well, hopefully get in the future. So, to start off with, let's talk about basic posture on how you want to hold your guitar. Now, as you can see, I have an acoustic guitar. This is called a Dreadnought because it's a standard Dreadnought body. It's wide. It's got the standard basic Dreadnought, but it's also have a cutaway right here. So this is called a Dreadnought cutaway with the electronics on board, so it's actually an electronic acoustic Dreadnought cutaway. Now, the Dreadnought is one of the basic models of guitars out there. This is what you most likely will want to start with as a first guitar, especially if you want to get good. You'll play acoustic first. They are harder to play, so if you learn acoustic, you will definitely probably be better as an electric player in the future. So, with that in mind, this is how you're going to hold the guitar. You want to put, if this is, of course, if you're a right-handed player, you want to put this divot right here on your right leg, and your left hand will be your fretting hand. Now, it's really easy for people, I know this camera's kind of weird, it can't really show, but I have my leg on a stool here. This is actually it's a crate stool. This is what you see at guitar stores. They'll have stools like this. This is perfect for playing guitar on. But a lot of people don't have a basic stool like this, but you can get something. It's easy if you rest your foot up on something to get it off the floor. So therefore your guitar can rest on your knee, and it's a little more comfortable when you first start playing. I always play like this still with my foot up because it's just basic for acoustic guitar. Now, that's the posture. You want to hold the guitar on your right knee like this with your body relaxed. You want it to stay there, you know. You pinch it with your elbow a little bit to hold the guitar, but you can let go of your guitar or your hands and it won't fall on the floor. That's the basic posture. Keep your back straight, keep your foot flat on the floor, your other foot either elevated or you can play it on the floor. It just lowers your guitar, makes it a little harder to play, but that's the basics. Now, the neck, on how to hold your hand. This is very important, very important. If you can imagine taking a credit card or a driver's license or anything of the sort that's plastic, a pack of cigarettes, anything. If you can grab this card and set it down on a level surface, like a tabletop or something, grab it with your left hand. Just normally, just grab it and pick that card up like this, okay? Set it down, pick it up. Just natural as can be. That, now flip it over, is how you want your hand to be around that neck. As you can see, my thumb is dead opposite of my middle finger. That is how you want to hold the guitar neck. If you get in the bad habit of what I like to call choking the neck, which is actually going too far around the neck, it's not a good habit. Neither is the habit of the thumb laying, where your thumb is laying on the neck like this. It doesn't allow you movement of your fingers the way it should. It's putting your fingers at an angle. I can't grab with my pinky and extend my index finger the spread that you should be able to. Now if you hold your neck, like I just showed you with that card, how your middle finger is dead opposite of your thumb, that gives you the ability of stretching 5 frets. A normal person can stretch 5 frets, just like that. So that's the ticket to holding the neck. The next thing you want to do is your pick hand. You want your pick to be at a 90-degree angle from your thumb. So if you look at it from this angle, all you really see is a little bit of the pick sticking out. But you want it to be a 90-degree angle from your thumb. That is how to hold the pick. Don't get an angle like this, you know, where it's your thumb tip. That's kind of a grazing habit. You don't want to stick too much pick out there. You know, you want to choke up on the pick. You want to have just a little bit of the pick hanging out. That's actually gets you the sound that you want to get with your acoustic guitar. If you prefer not to play with a pick to start with, then don't. Just play it with you dragging your thumb over the strings. It gives you a more mellow sound, just dragging your thumb. Now if you do play with a pick, it's better to start with a thin pick, like a nylon pick. This is what I advise everybody to start out with playing acoustic guitar. It's actually a Jim Dunlop nylon 30 gauge. It's the white ones. This is the second step up. There's one thinner than this, but it's almost too thin to go with that one. This is the best pick to play with for acoustic guitar beginners, because is what it is. It's a very forgiving pick. When you are starting out, you don't have the control of a pick that the guys that have been playing for a long time have. In other words, you'll be doing this. It'll be kind of, you know, attacking your strings too much. That is not what you want to do. You don't want to frustrate yourself any more than you're already getting frustrated. Get a really thin pick, and it's why I'll show you. That pick, even if you have it sticking out a mile, will forgive. Because it's so thin, it actually just bends over the strings. It's not plucking the strings too hard. So this pick is really a necessary item to buy, as well as a good quality tuner. There's a lot of tuners on the market, but this tuner is like the gas in the car. Okay, if you don't have the gas in the car, it's not going to go anywhere. Well, if you don't know how to play guitar, you're definitely not going to know how to tune it correctly. So buying a tuner is extremely important. It should be the very next purchase you purchase. So if you buy the guitar, before you even buy a strap for that guitar, get a tuner, and get a good chromatic tuner. Don't buy the cheap, you know, $9.99 model that only does guitars. Buy one, spring the money, buy a $25 model. A Korg, they make a really good one called the CA30. They're chromatic, they tune any instrument, and you can do flats and sharps with them, no problem. This particular model right here is a vibrating tuner. They're called intelligent tuners. IntelliTune is the brand of this one, Intelli. And it's what this is it runs off vibration of your neck. So you don't actually have to be close to your sound hole to tune your guitar. You just tap the string. I don't know if the screen can show that or not, but right now it's reading A. If you tap the string, it'll run off vibration. So this is perfect to use if you are playing in a loud or noisy environment. Plus this one's with its backlit screen, you can do it in complete darkness, even though you won't be to begin with. But this is a very good tuner to buy. Plus it clips on your neck of your guitar, and you can just leave it there. You don't ever have to mess with it. So that's kind of some tips for the beginners. Don't worry about spending a bunch of money on a great guitar. Don't buy a junk guitar though. You want to find something that's a good happy point. 99 bucks can get you a good entry-level guitar that plays fine. When you start getting better, then again you might want to look into getting electronic acoustic or maybe an electric guitar all the way around. Just concern yourself mainly with getting a couple chords under your belt, learning the ways around, and then after you get better, then concern yourself with better equipment. I know I've kind of rambled on in this video here, but there's a lot to cover, so I'm going to make this a couple different parts, this video, but this is the basic tips number one. Now remember how to hold the neck, thumb across from the middle finger, how to hold the guitar, rest it on your knee, right in this divot right here, and pinch it with your elbow just a touch. And that's right there. The ability to play guitar is the foundation steps right there. And I will cover the next broadcast. We will talk about basic open chords. We'll go into talking about capos in the future as well, to try to bring people up to speed on what a capo does, and some other items. So stay in tune.